If you are a Russophobe, you can do anything and everything is permitted. For the last 8 years, this principle has been being proved by the deeds of the Ukrainian government. Now this Russophobic permissiveness is spreading to the entire Western world. There have always been sanctions, but the current scale is amazing. I did not think that such an imagination would arise in the West. All this in order to try to get Russia out of the way towards a unipolar world. They kept stressing that these sanctions do not target ordinary people, but the regime, the leader, so that they feel how bad it would be for them personally if they do not cooperate. Nothing of the sort. They strike openly. The French Minister of Finance and Economy publicly declares, "We need total economic war." Doesn't it remind you of anything? Total Krieg, as the Germans said when they started World War II. This is aimed at destroying the Russian economy to shreds. This is not about Ukraine. This is about a world order where the US wants to be the sole sovereign and to dominate. The negotiation process is hitting roadblocks, because the Ukrainian side is constantly changing its position and refusing its own proposals, although it has expressed understanding of what should be agreed upon during the negotiations. It is difficult to get rid of the impression that the American colleagues are holding their hand. For Americans, it is disadvantageous if this process is completed quickly. They continue to pump weapons into Ukraine. Apparently, they want to keep us in a state of hostilities as long as possible. There are attempts to present us as isolated or being plunged into self-isolation. These attempts are just exercises in futility. We have many friends. Try to count how many countries have announced sanctions against us, and how many have refused, despite the colossal, I would even say, indecent pressure from the US. Moreover, they don't hesitate to say, "We demanded something from China. We demanded something from India. We demanded from Turkey." Do they understand that by doing so they humiliate these states with a 1,000-year history? But that's their way. The gold rush continues. Dragging out the negotiations is aimed at dramatizing the situation, allowing Zelensky in a hockey t-shirt to speak to world parliaments. And after each speech, in tears, on emotions, he again demands NATO intervention. Our Polish colleagues have already stated that there will be a NATO summit now, and peacekeepers should be sent. I hope they understand what is at stake. This will be the very direct clash between the Russian and NATO armed forces, which everyone not only wanted to avoid, but said that it should not take place in principle.